Hi and welcome back. In this video segment, we're going to take a very in-depth and detailed look at the exterior of the Renegade Verona 40 VRB. Renegade's been working on this for the last couple years, trying to come out with a luxury Class C motorhome that most people could afford, and they've really done a great job of just creating a very value-minded motorhome. It still has all of the qualities you would come to expect from a Renegade, from fiberglass tank covers to full body paint. This particular coach is equipped with a Freightliner M2 106 chassis with dual fuel tanks. Has flush mounted windows on it. It's just an absolutely beautiful coach. We're going to start the tour off as we always do by going through all of the exterior compartment boxes. Most of the utilities are here on the driver's side, or as people in the industry would call it, the street side. As we look here in the first box, you can see that the chassis batteries and the coach batteries are all easy to get to. The Verona comes standard with 3 Group 27 maintenance-free batteries. Now we've moved back, and in this box is where the inverter's housed. You can also see that there's lights in all of the toolboxes, which is very handy in the evening when you're trying to find stuff. Renegade, as you see as we move through the coach, has done a great job of making everything convenient, easy to get to. The wiring's clearly labeled. Now we're going to move back into the third compartment back, and this is where the propane tank is housed. Notice the steel mesh into the bottom. In the event there's ever a leak, that's where the vapors will exit out. This tank's very easy to get to, very easy to use. Now we move back into the septic compartment. The knife valves in this that open and close the waste system are all cable operated, and you'll see that as we progress through the coach where them controls are located. Here we are in the water and waste management compartment, and as we do with all the videos, we're going to take a little bit of time and walk you through all of these features and functions. As we start down on the lower left, you see you have a low point drain, and that's also a pressurized water spigot, so you can hook a hose on there and have a pressurized hose. The next valve over is the low point drain. We've talked about this quite a bit in our other videos, but this is the point where if you fill water into your coach and there's water in the lines between the water management system and the valving inside of the coach, you can open that low point drain and it's going to drain the water backward, which is a real nice feature if you're using this coach in the winter. The fitting here to the left is the tank fill fitting and also the city water. So if you were going to just use your coach off of direct city water, you would hook it on here and turn the valve up. If you want to fill the 150-gallon water tank inside the coach, you would rotate the valve down to tank fill. The next lever we see is the black tank dump valve. So if you want to dump your black tank, you would pull that lever out. Beside it is the gray tank dump valve. Again, if you want to dump that tank, you'd pull that lever out. The next fitting over is the black tank wash, and basically there's a sprinkler inside of your black tank, and when you hook a water hose on that, it washes all the debris out of that tank. And then the next fitting is the cable TV hookup. If you're in an RV park that has cable TV, you can hook it on right there. Here we are in the generator compartment. Very easy to gain access to your generator with a real large swing out door here. I can't say enough good about the Cummins Onan generator. Basically what you're looking at is a Kubota tractor engine powering your generator, and they're designed to last for hundreds and hundreds of hours and years of reliable service. I just can't say enough good about this generator. Here we are in the last compartment on the driver's side of the coach, and in here is the electrical compartment where your shore power is housed. And as you can see, this coach is equipped with a powered shore cord reel. It's really neat that Renegade has thought far enough ahead to put the little roller guides underneath the hole, so when you put your electrical cord through the hole in the bottom of the box, you can just walk straight out from the side, and the cord isn't scraping on the motorhome, it's actually rolling on rollers. When it comes time to disconnect and roll your cord up, all you do is push this button here and the cord will wind back in. Just a really great feature and a nice option to have. Now we're going to move around to the back of the coach and talk about some of the features that would be found on the rear of the Verona. As you can see, it's a beautiful one-piece fiberglass end cap. This coach has a rear view camera on it. Here's a nice inside shot of what the camera view would look like from inside of the coach. Here's a shot of the tail lights, and again, I talk about it just about all the time, but Renegade's done a great job of making the tail lights easy to change. You can find these replacement light bulbs at just about any auto parts store. Just a real nice utilitarian feature. Here's the backup lights on this coach. The trailer hitch on this is a receiver style hitch, and it has a 20,000 pound rating on it. We also have a 7-way connector here, and then a bulkhead connector if you want to run an extra camera on your trailer. It's pre-wired and ready to go for that. As you can see, this is a large receiver hitch. It's a 3-inch by 3-inch receiver, and as I mentioned earlier, it's rated at a full 20,000 pounds. Now we're going to give you a little shot of the camper jacks. And the thing to point out on the hydraulic leveling jacks on this Verona is that they're powered down and powered up. A lot of the coaches out on the market are running powered down spring assist lift jacks, and if you ever push one of your jacks down through some soft soil, it can be very difficult to retract them with the spring. With this coach, you have as much power going down as you do going up, so hydraulic pressure will pull the jack out of the ground if you ever find yourself in soft soil. Here we're going to slide out the rear slide of the bedroom, and a couple things that I'd like to point out while we have the slide out is notice the quality of the paint, how all of the lines meet from the inside of the coach to the outside. Painstaking detail to the paint quality on this coach. Also notice there's a slide topper on it, so there's an awning that comes out every time the slide moves in and out, which really does a great job to keep rain and leaves from coming inside of your coach. Here we're going to run out the lateral arm awning, and this is a Carefree awning. It's fully remote control operated, has an LED lighted lead rail, which really makes it nice at night when you're camping outside. It's kind of hard to see in the daytime, but this does a great job of lighting up the outside of your coach at night. This awning's also equipped with a wind sensor in it, so if the wind comes up and the awning gets to flexing too much, it's going to retract on its own to help prevent any wind damage. Now we're going to open up all of the passenger side or curbside boxes, if you will, on this coach. And as you can see, there's lots and lots of storage space. Each of the compartments is carpeted and also lighted. All the lights can be turned on and off with just a single switch, or you can operate them independently. The choice is yours. Here we're going to open up the outside entertainment center. You have AM/FM radio with CD player, and it's also a DVD player. This TV is also hooked to the UHF and VHF antenna, so you can pick up digital television over the TV as well. Also has a spot on the stereo for your MP3 player. Here's another nice feature. Renegade's installed an outside 110 outlet. So if you're outside, you want to plug in an electric barbecuer or Sony PlayStation or anything, there's a nice outlet there for you to do it. This coach is equipped with an LED exterior nightlight over the doorway. Also has a very nice radius door. Has keyless entry on it, a really nice grab handle on it. All these things make coming in and out of the coach very easy to do, which is really important when you're living in a coach day in and day out. Here's a close-up shot of the electric keypad on the coach. This coach also has a power assist step, and Renegade's done a nice job of making it really low to the ground, so the first step is an easy step. As we move around to the engine, this coach is equipped with the Cummins ISL9, which is an 8.9 liter diesel engine. It has 350 horsepower and 1,000 foot-pounds of torque. And I kind of keep repeating myself over and over, but I think it's very important for you to understand when you're selecting an engine to not get lost in just horsepower ratings. There's so much more to selecting an engine. When you purchase this Cummins ISL9 engine, you're getting an engine that weighs approximately 1,800 pounds. It's a wet sleeved engine, completely rebuildable. It's an absolute truck engine that's designed to run all day, every day up and down the roads. There's really no reason that this engine couldn't last 1,000,000 miles. And I just want to be very careful to caution you to really know what you're getting into before you buy a coach. And if you have any concerns at all, give us a call. We'd be glad to talk to you about the difference between engines and the difference between horsepower ratings and what torque ratings are, and gradability and startability. You're not only getting a larger engine, but you're getting a bigger radiator, a bigger transmission, larger drive lines, larger rear axle, bigger brakes. It's just so critical to make sure that we match the horsepower and the engine to your driving characteristics and your needs to make sure you have the power there when you want it. Before I got into the RV industry, that I don't think people were very clear with me on, and I feel an overwhelming need to make sure that we let our customers know what it is they're buying and to make sure that it'll meet their expectations. While we're talking about the Class C, some of the other things that I really want to point out to you is everybody that comes and drives one of these is just overwhelmed with how easy they are to drive. They say it's very similar to driving a full-size pickup. You have that hood out in front of you as a reference point when you're steering. The mirrors are in the same location that they would be found on a normal pickup, as opposed to when you're in a Class A and the mirrors are way out in front of you. People that drive these Class Cs always come back and tell me how much they enjoyed the ride because they sit closer together so they can hear each other's conversation. They love the fact that when they pull into a fuel stop, they can just open the doors and step down. They don't have to walk through their coach every time they stop. Everything about this was designed for over-the-road truckers to use. So when you take Freightliner's knowledge on the front end of the chassis and you combine that with Renegade's knowledge of building a luxury RV, I just think it's bringing the best of everything and blending it together. So I really hope you like this video. I know I can go on, but we keep hearing back from you that you want to hear more and more details about these coaches, and I hope I delivered on this one. As always, thanks for your time and hope to talk to you soon.